Representative Nelson on your bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So members, I picked a very uncontroversial topic for my first bill. It's tort reform. So I hope you'll humor me. My bill basically eliminates a court-created presumption that shifts the burden of proof in a personal injury case from the plaintiff, where in most cases all the burden of proof lies on the plaintiff to prove every element of the offense, or in the case of a criminal law, the crime. And so this presumption shifts the burden to the defendant. As a result, it increases the cost of insurance, increases the cost of defense, and it really is contrary to our fundamental principles of justice. Louisiana is the only state where this presumption is employed, and as a result of that, you can look at our ranking and the cost of insurance, and it's not just car insurance. It includes, premise liability and other things that you have to pay for in other ways. Normally this presumption only applies in the cases of workers' compensation, and the courts in Louisiana decided to interpret that and broaden it to cases of ordinary negligence. So Justice Victory, who's a former justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court, summed up these arguments pretty well. And so I'd like to read his concurring opinion from a case called Ditros v. Lee, and that's really one of the best ways to sum it up. Justice Victory says, in my view, this court erred in Housley v. Cerise. This is called the Housley presumption, by the way, by applying this presumption to aid the plaintiff in an ordinary negligence case. The Housley court did so without discussing the fact that this presumption had never been applied by this court in a non-workers' compensation case. Housley erred in this regard because in negligence cases, the plaintiff has the burden of proving causation as well as all the other elements of his case. The use of this presumption in an ordinary negligence case impermissibly shifts the burden of proof to the defendant to show that some other particular incident caused the injury. This court has erred twice since Housley by applying this presumption in ordinary negligence cases. Accordingly, I write to additionally concur with the majority opinion to express my view that the Housley presumption is not applicable outside the workers' compensation field. It has no place in an ordinary negligence case. So with that, I'll take your questions. Thank you.
All right, we have an amendment